Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 27th annual Creekside Open coverage, brought to you by Another Round and the Bad Throws, Good Bros Boys. To my left, I have my partner in crime, David Nelson.
What's up, guys?
To my further left, Gabe Kenney. Welcome in, my man.
What's up? It's good to be here.
Gabe, you're on MPO coverage for the first time. First MPO tournament, right?
I played another MPO tournament. I played the Patriot down at Art Die, and then I did okay. So I was really happy to play another one, especially at Creekside.
Yeah, because you qualified in last week, winning MA1 to qualify for MPO this week.
Yeah, that was my goal. I felt kind of on the line playing MA1 MPO, so I wanted to earn it, and felt like I did. So I was stoked to play the pro weekend.
Sweet. Dave, hole one, what are we looking at?
Hole 1 plays, this is the long position at Creekside. 424 feet, par 3. It's down in the trees here. Gotta avoid going OB into the road. You can either try to go where this drone is trying to fly through that little gap on the left side there, or most people play the big hyzer out to the right and try to dive down into that big right side gap. Good luck.
Cool. We have a pretty stacked lead card here. We have a 14-year-old kid in Jack Mitchell, Gabe, yourself. We have Shay Chamberlin, Salt Lake, Creekside legend, and Austin Lott, who requested to be on coverage, and here we are. So, yeah. Gabe, what's your playoff hole 1 here?
Hole 1 here, I just really want to throw as hard as you can out to the right and hope that you can dive in through the bushes. They're really grabby, so it takes a really good shot to get all the way through.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever made it down into that position before. I usually end up at like the tree line there with a no-look jump putt down in.
Yeah, Jack Mitchell starting us off here. Fading out a little early for Jack, but I think that's a pretty good spot. You have kind of that gap that the drone flew in to see the basket.
That's an ideal shot. If you don't have the distance to get there, you want to lay up kind of right in the middle of that gap.
Yeah, it's good par play. I think most people on this hole are looking at par. Just start the round off, don't take a bogey.
What are you throwing here, Gabe?
I threw a Corvette. The OB road has never really been in play in this position, but I almost found it here. Took a nice roll off the hill. I did not want to start the tournament off with an OB stroke there.
No, that would have been a hard way to start it.
I do like the right side because I feel like you can kind of get sneaky in through that gap up there.
Yeah.
Shay with the forehand here.
Yeah, he has a big forehand. You don't see a ton of backhand out of him, but that's in a pretty ideal position. 10 feet further right would have been great, but he'll take that.
Or if you be a little left right there where Ian is in that like tiny little gap, there is a look at the basket.
Mr. Austin Lott.
Now he's got a cannon.
Yeah.
Austin throws far.
Austin is one of the few people that is trying to get down into the woods there with some speed.
Austin wearing the Ezra Aderhold jersey and hat, trying to replicate the big arm.
That is not turning for him.
It's got a hit.
It's kind of lucky there. Catches that tree and drops down.
Yeah, could be in a lot worse spot. Could be in a lot better spot, but I think he would take that. Jack Mitchell. Looking to save his par, a little scramble.
He's a little more left than you want to be. Kind of trying to throw a little flexy forehand into that gap there.
Flexes a forehand, a little early left, but he'll have a putt of the basket from there. Austin, his scramble to get up to the basket.
He's kind of in no man's land where he's at. Throws that spike flexy forehand, catches a tree. That's kind of the best case scenario from where he was at. Get lucky with that tree stop.
Yeah. Gabe, what are you thinking here?
I don't like those bushes. I think I just want to throw and hopefully hit a tree.
Go high forehand over the top.
I think I'm a little too left, but I should have something.
Yeah. And Che also, in a weird spot, almost dunks it, though. Completely blind putt.
Jack, for his par save. This bush is a little obstructed, so he does have kind of a straddle out. Staggered stance, the bush is right in the way.
I think you were just left of him, right? Or in front and left of him, Gabe?
I think that's my berg.
Yeah, sitting up there.
Great putt.
Great putt to start the round.
Yeah, good putt from the 14-year-old kid playing MPO for the first time. Gabe, same putt.
He's just in the bush instead, behind it.
Okay, so you throw right-handed, and you putt left-handed. How did that become a thing?
When I started, I just was really bad at putting. Thought I'd switch hands, and I think I was still really bad, but I just stuck with it, and now it's worked out nicely. I don't like that I had to start the round with the straddle there. That usually doesn't go well for me, but able to take par, move on.
For sure.
Austin able to clean up his par.
Shea just on the other side of the basket for his par.
I came in with some force, too.
Yeah, he's got a spinny, kind of forceful putt at the basket. He's also really tall.
Yeah.
Hole 2, par 3. We're playing from the long pad, so 320 feet. There's an OB long. You're going to miss that guardian tree that we just flew by on the left and kind of get lucky through this gap. I think a stock hyzer looks pretty good with something super flippy and kind of just have it land and scoot up to the basket. Slower speed discs usually play out pretty well here on the second.
Looks like Jack's throwing maybe a mid-range or putter here.
I think it's a mid-range.
Mid-range. It's kind of my play is try to throw like a little bit of hyzer down the middle there. Just hope for the best, missing those trees.
Yeah, this gap is a lot tighter than we think it is.
That looks great from there.
And he parks it. It's a great shot. That is a great shot.
What's going through your mind through the shot right now?
Don't hit that first tree on the way. If you get past that, you should be able to par. If you get it high enough, they'll slide up. Pretty putt like Jack did.
For a little while. Get that kick to the left though. Could be worse. Kick out to the right, kind of control it.
Yeah, I'm fine right there. I just want to get through this hole without a double bogey.
Yeah. Shea going with a big forehand. Surprising because you do catch those trees on the left there. There's a lot of guardians, I feel like.
Yeah, I think being early left is pretty jail. You gotta get real creative from the back there. Early right, I think you have more stock shots to the green, but it doesn't mean that.
Yeah. Austin here goes really wide. Somehow gets so sneaky through everything. Yeah, comes out through the trees there. I don't think you guys could see that shot at all.
Just saw it land, no idea how we got through, but you will take that every single time.
Wow. Yeah, sometimes Creekside has some sneaky plays.
Yeah, for your birdie, are you just saying get this under the basket, or are you trying to give this a soft run?
First forehand of the round, I want to just get it under. I don't feel that great jump putting far distance.
Sure.
I think I left it a little short, but I'm fine there.
Does being able to have that like lefty putt, righty forehand kind of give you more options?
Thanks. Sometimes maybe, but with the Berg, I just can forehand hyzer. I can put it left or right. If I'm not putting off the drive, especially at Creekside, it's a upshot with the Berg.
Nice.
Austin, first real look at the basket from this card, and he puts it pretty high.
Yeah, first real putt of the day. Always a little shaky.
Got a big comebacker here. You drain this, I think you have some confidence in your circle putts. It's still good 15, 20 feet for him.
Great putt.
Yeah, good putt from Austin. Gabe, your par. Got what, 15? 10?
Scary distance to start the round for me.
Is that very, very missable, but you feel like you shouldn't?
Good confidence builder.
Even in a little low.
Yeah, I don't think he ever had the height out of his hand there.
Mr. Mitchell.
Tapping it in. This is a great birdie to get.
Yeah. You birdie this, I feel like you're taking strokes on a good amount of folks in the course.
Hole 3, 320 feet. We're playing from the long pin here. This is a position we don't normally get to see.
A position and a tee pad that we don't normally get to play. This whole island till that concrete barrier is playing as a hazard. You gotta get one in here, get lucky, big forehand. Backhand turnover is kind of there, but these early trees on the right do make it a little interesting.
Jack going with the big turnover line here. Trying to play it out left and just kind of have it hold that Annie angle the whole way.
I've played a few casual rounds with Jack. He does have a forehand, but he doesn't feel super confident or comfortable with it. This looks really good for what he's throwing.
Yeah, pans out a little bit early, right to Ian.
Okay.
There,
Small
nice
par.
and safe. Good par play, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. Gabe, what are you thinking?
Yeah, this one, I was scared to throw the backhand. I felt like I just wanted to get over the hazard and maybe skip up close to the basket. I think I yanked it a little bit, but snuck it back in.
A little turned out of your hand, but got good stability to it.
Fighting back. Barely making the Mando, but you have 70 footer from there.
Yeah, I'm taking par on this as well. I'd never thrown from this pad, so it was really fun, but it made the hole a lot harder.
Yeah. Ben made this tee pad kind of wide to where you can kind of play it from the concrete back here or go all the way up to where those steps are. A little bit scarier of a spot there.
For sure. Austin, this looks a little inside, but this is a much more aggressive line.
Gets sneaky down there, hits a tree, stops him short, which is nice.
Yeah,
You can skip into those woods and just be absolutely good luck.
for sure. Shay, we saw him throw the forehand off one. We know he has a big forehand.
Oh, catches that early tree there on the right. Not what you want to see. Drops into hazard.
Yep. So this is, even though it's his second shot, this is for par. He's just trying to get it close as he can, comfortably.
Yeah. Scares the basket there a little bit.
Yeah, good shot. He's got about 15 footer. Little awkward footing back there, but should be just fine. We got Jack Mitchell, 14-year-old kid. I'm going to say this all day. 14 playing MPO. Shay Chamberlin has been playing disc golf longer than this kid's been alive. This is a big putt for Jack.
There's a lot of people that have been playing longer than Jack's been alive.
Yeah, but to have him on the same card in an MPO 8-tier tournament is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, Jack, give it a soft bid. I don't think he was really trying to run that too hard. Give it a bid, but not go long.
Gabe here, get a putt through the trees.
Flashing chains.
It's a fine bid. It's still just struggle putting that far. I switched to more of a standstill instead of jumping, just out of my range.
Yeah.
Austin's got something.
He's got a look. It's kind of a weird straddle step out. You can see the trees just to the left of him that kind of stopped him early.
Yeah, it was maybe a little bit more awkward than we could see.
Yeah. Shay saved his bogey here after dropping real early off the tee pad into that hazard.
Good putt, Shay.
Great putt.
It's a good confident putt. I think he'll take that putt after missing or thinking hole 2. Gabe and Max, you guys did this all day. Who's up? Who's up? Those are tap-ins for you guys.
Jack taking his time here, going through his routine.
Pays off for him. Saving pars. Jack, the only one that scored so far on this card. Everyone else even. Shay taking 2 bogeys. Moving on to the 4th.
4th should be a good birdie hole for these guys here. Par 3, 249 feet. It's playing on the right side pin there, so you can either go with a flat forehand out, let it skip to the right, or some people like to throw that little bit of a turnover with a putter and just kind of have it fade towards the basket there.
Yeah, I feel like even a bad forehand shot ends up in a pretty good spot. The turnover can get dicey real quick if you mess it up.
Yeah, you got to make sure to stay inside the logs here.
Jack, looking for that turnover. Just doesn't feel comfortable throwing a forehand off the tee, even though it is only 249 feet.
I don't hate the backhand here. It's kind of a safe play, because if you throw it out right like he just did there, you should be coming back in safe most of the time.
Yeah. This is great from Jack. That's a park job, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just outside of bullseye, about 12 feet to the basket.
Not the line I was trying to
Babe, you're throwing the forehand.
I love that line that Jack threw, but with the extra added OB, it is a little bit scarier. And ever since I've figured out how to throw a zone, something like this has been a lot easier to do than lace a backhand.
For sure.
That's a great shot as well.
Just a step or 2 outside of Jack's. It's a great shot. I wish I had your forehand, man. I swear. Austin, this guy's got a big forehand. I think he's going to go with a little more one angle and not as much of a flex.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to not push that right side where Ian's standing, because you can skip OB pretty easily. And he catches that last guardian tree there and just kind of drops down.
Yeah. Doesn't quite get to the basket, but from there, like I said, bad forehand shots still get a look at this basket, and he will have a look. Shay going for a flex.
Also catches that early tree. That looked like it was past it from my angle.
It was a... Shay caught, like, the back side of it. Like, it was coming in just a little early.
Mm-hmm.
Austin.
Just outside the circle. I think they ranged this at, like, 33 and a half.
That was close. Walking that one in. Great putt.
This is the first hole that you have to get, so that feels good for sure.
Shay missing right side. Have you played with anyone on this card before?
I've played with Austin before, and I've seen Shay out at doubles. He destroyed us one day out at River Bottoms.
Nice. That was a great comeback putt for him there.
Good putt, Gabe. It's a great putt.
Like you said, it's one of those, like, kind of feels like a must-get hole.
Especially with 1, 2, and 3 playing hard like they did.
Yeah.
This is where you really have to start.
What's your goal, like, if you had a number on what you'd like to shoot through these first 9 holes, what is that number? I think from an outsider looking in, I think 3 or 4 of these holes are almost must-gets, and there's, the rest are pretty bonus.
Every time I'm at Creekside, I want to be around 10. So if you can get 4 or 5 through the front 9, you're looking real good.
Hole 5 here. We're playing a very unique hole, though, guys. Coming through the gap here where the pin normally is, out into 6's fairway, and then down 6 to behind the little V tree there, playing as a par 4, 532 feet. This is a fun one we only really play for Creekside Open.
He also
I feel
just like gets in his head with his putting.
Definitely.
Like,
Fun.
yeah, calm down.
You can. There's lots of different ways to play this. There's get to the gap, shoot out the gap. There's lay up before the gap, throw something big hyzer. There's try and punch through the gap and have an easy upshot. There's tons of plays on this. Jack, what can you just land in that gap?
Gotta fade just a little bit. He'll be kind of pinched off from where he's at right there.
A little pinched off, but I would take that most of the time.
Yeah.
Figure through the hardest part. You just have to get through these first trees and get up close to the gap, because you can punch out from anywhere up there and take a par.
Get around the right side of that, Gabe.
Barely missed that tree. I was going for that left gap, so that was not a good shot for me, but I will take that result.
Yeah, you're kind of in the bushes there. Let's see what kind of look you get from that. Austin going forehand here. I'm kind of surprised by this.
I think he trusts his forehand a lot more than us trusting our forehands. The question is, can he trust it right now, put the right angle on it, and where he wants to land?
That is not where he was trying to throw that disc.
Might be by the other tee pad.
And that, I think that ended up close to Six's tee pad.
He scooped so far up there. We thought he was on the tee pad.
Yeah. Because there is a little alleyway that goes back through there to the other tee pad there.
Okay, also with the forehand. This looks better.
Yeah. Almost killing the camera guy.
Through the gap. That is the ideal shot. Picture one off the tee.
Yeah. If you could scoop maybe another like 6 inches forward so he doesn't have a branch right there behind him. But
Well, I don't make
you're
the call,
happy
your
with
card
that
does.
all day.
Is this good?
Jack, trying to figure out if where his footing's at is good here. Trying to do the patent pending lineup.
Yeah, with throwing these patent pendings, I'm sure Gabe can attest to this too, is you want to throw something a little flippier than you think because you're not quite generating the power. This looks decent.
The island to the left there on hole 6 is playing as OB or Hazard, I believe.
I believe it's an OB.
OB for this hole.
Yeah.
So had to be a little careful there.
Gabe, how are you getting out of this? You gotta get real creative.
Yeah, I did not like this, but if I can get out, I'm taking a par. Went bird roller. I thought it was so much better than it ended up being.
I mean, that's not a bad
I
spot.
left
for,
myself a really long putt.
yeah. For where you were stuck at in those trees, it's pretty good out.
Austin, this is the luckiest shot I've ever seen.
Yeah. To get through everything over there and kind of have an open look on that right side is kind of crazy.
So where you're standing, Dave, is the left side of hole 6's normal tee.
Yep.
This looks really good.
Yeah, that's a great upshot there.
It's a great upshot. And then arguably the best drive of the bunch. Shay, I think Austin's was the luckiest. He's definitely the best. Looking just to get close.
Yeah. Through those trees, it needs to fade. Hits those little guardians that you always hit on hole 6 there. Kind of drops them straight down, unfortunately. He'll have a look though.
Gabe, you're a long look at birdie.
Are you going through that gap?
I gotta get around the tree on the left. Just doink it. But
Yeah.
I'm right there for par, so.
Or are you trying to go through the little V tree there?
Yeah, I can't Anheuser putt, so just trying to swing it around on Heiser. Yeah,
Yeah.
just that distance I don't have putting right now.
We saw Jack lay up there. He didn't really have a look with those low-lying branches.
Shay from an awkward spot, just trying to see the basket, get under the log, over the bush.
Yeah, I've been here so many times before, and you're kind of like, you almost have to Matty-O it from high up Anheuser putt. He somehow misses the tree and misses right at the basket. I didn't understand how that happened.
It was a pretty nasty split out too. I was kind of walking away from Austin misses the sitter.
Yeah, I think he just rushed it a little bit. He needed to take his time on that one. Gabe with his tap in. Nobody really taking advantage of this hole either. One of the few par fours on the course.
Yeah, I think it's not a normal hole we play. We did play it last year in Creekside Open. So I think there's a little bit of, if you played last year, you know what you're doing. If you didn't play last year, kind of have to like figure it out. But no one's taking advantage of it. But this is another one where I feel like almost a bonus birdie. You feel good getting the birdie, but you're not mad with the par.
Yep.
Hole 7 here, par 3, 296 feet. The goal is hit the gap. You got to hit this initial gap. You got to land around where the turn is, right as the hill kind of slopes, and you're looking for kind of a pushing flare skip towards this basket. It's really easy to be right, and it's really easy to be long on this.
Clear.
Yeah. Yeah, for any of the old Creekside locals, you'll notice the gong tree is gone, unfortunately. So, outside of the claw there, the right side's a little more open now.
And a tree fell earlier this year up in the fairway. Kind of a tree that I was hitting a lot.
Yep.
This looks good from Jack. It's got to get that skip. Good shot, Jack. That's pretty good.
That's a great shot.
Yeah.
That's about as good as you can get without being under it. He hit the hill at the right spot. Not a good flare skip.
Didn't push too far forward.
Yep.
That's kind of the big thing on this hole.
Gabe, what are you throwing here?
This is my captain's Raptor. I think I put a little bit more air than I wanted. I like skipping off the top of that hill, but like Ian said, just one hit the gap. A lot of these first holes,
Yeah.
you just have to get down there.
And that push through just caught that one tree and kind of knocked it down, but you'll have a look at the basket there.
Awesome.
That looks low and good.
Just got to get a hyzer skip, and it
Ooh.
kind of gets more of a straight skip.
Yeah. That looked like it just kind of went down the hillside and caught it and just kept going straight instead of getting that angle flare.
Yeah, so Austin did go OB. He'll take his shot from his OB stroke. Shay.
That's going in early door. Catches those trees early as well, unfortunately. Sometimes you can get a little lucky if it's low enough and get under that, through that like tight alleyway.
Yeah, that alleyway is not fun though. Really low, especially for someone of Shay's height. But he makes the most of it. Oh wait, easy par tap in.
Yeah, gives a nice little air bounce throw.
So Austin from his OB stroke, it's looking to scramble. This is a big putt.
It is, and it's awkward. That fades out early on him.
When you got here, Gabe, did you think you were here, or did you think you were a little further back?
I thought I was better, honestly. I think I hit one of these trees on the left side and rolled back. But I was happy to be here. And first good putt of the day. This is a good one to get.
Yep.
Yeah. This is one that, a lot like hole 5, you'd like to get the birdie, but it doesn't feel bad taking a par, as Austin tapping in his bogey.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate bogey to take for Austin after throwing what you think is a good tee shot. Just skipping a little long. Jack, a little bit of awkward footing here. He's going between the trees there.
Between the trees, and he drank it.
Great start for Jack this round. 3 under through first 6 holes. Pretty happy with that.
Yeah, especially taking hole 2, one of the harder ones. And, I think this is one, like I said, not a must birdie, but it feels good to birdie.
Shay taps in his par there. Moving on to labeled hole 8, but hole 7 is what we're playing. Par 3, 366. This is also a temporary pin position on top of the hill. It's kind of in that old, if you played Creekside in the past, the old hill position. OB only down left, so these guys should just, big spike hyzers for him all day, kind of trying to stay high on that hill.
Yeah, keeping his box.
He threw a lot of hyzer on that shot.
Yeah, a lot of hyzer.
Gets a good skip up the hill a little bit there, though.
A little less hyzer, a little more pushing, I think. Could have been 10 feet closer. He would take that.
Yeah.
Blind
I like
from
the
the
line.
tee, so you really got to pick a spot and commit
That's
to
pretty
it,
good, Jack.
because you do not want to go early left.
Yeah. And being too far right, you almost have like a death putt looking at the basket with that big downslope behind it.
I think that's what I gave myself here.
Pushing a little wider, a little
Too
higher.
wide.
Slowly coming back there. I mean, just about pin high, probably about 30, 40 feet to the right of the
Okay,
basket.
careful drive on
Yep,
that
if
shot.
I miss that putt, I'm going all the way down the hill.
Yep.
I'd love to be closer.
Okay, sticking with his forehand.
It's going big flex line there. Kind of lose it in the clouds.
And puts it to where the line is.
Yeah.
He'll wait for us.
Yeah, that low pin down there.
This is one where you want to be inside the circle.
Yeah, you don't want to have a long look, and if you do, you kind of want to be on the low side of the hill, looking up at the basket.
Awesome. This looks pretty darn good.
Yeah, that's coming in nicely. It's got to sit. Beautiful shot.
Did it roll down?
Beautiful shot and awesome. Closest of the bunch.
I like your form.
Pretty much all you can ask for on this hill. Shea throwing up the hill to get to the basket, as you can see there.
Whoever wants it.
Yeah, just laying up. He wasn't trying to run. He was just trying to get close. When you're throwing up that hill, you're throwing like a 200-foot shot, and it's only going about 80 feet, just with how steep that hill is.
Yeah. I don't mind where Jack landed. If you're going to be, like, kind of C2 in this basket, this is kind of the better position to be in, because you don't necessarily have that hill right away. Just a little right side.
Yeah, first putt in the circle that he's missed, but still under the basket. Gabe, this is a scary putt.
It was very scary. I think I had the berg out laying up. Decided to go for it. Paid off.
It's a great putt. It's a bit, again, very scary. Like you said, if you miss that left side, it's just kind of going down the hill.
If you hit metal, you're rolling. A lot of things can go wrong there. Just had to weigh the pros and cons.
Yeah. That keeps you tied up with Jack at -3. Austin gets a birdie back. Jack tapping in his par.
And then Shea will also be tapping in his par. Moving on to hole 8 for the tournament. Hole 9 normally here at Creekside. New Mando on the tree there playing. It's only a 276-foot shot. It's pretty straight. You see a lot of people throw either like a flex forehand or kind of just a straight putter at it. I mean, your only goal in this hole is really just don't miss the Mando.
Yeah, don't miss the Mando. That spike hyzer line was coming a little too easy. The school didn't like it. So Ben put a course Mando in, and I think it makes the course a little better. You're going for this flex forehand game after taking the box.
I'm really scared of missing that Mando,
Dude, these fucking naps.
and it shows. Not a great shot, but
You get a little lucky getting through the tree there.
yep, just
You'll have a look at the basket.
take a par and move on.
Austin looking to kind of replicate what you're doing and get a little closer.
It's a flat
Definitely
forehand.
better.
It scoots up right past the basket.
Perfect.
Great shot. Can't ask for a whole lot more than that. That's a great shot. Jack, going with the backhand.
Sorry, it was a shitty follow cam moment too.
Yeah. This is kind of my play on this hole, is almost aim at the Mando and just have it finish a little bit early and give myself a look.
Aims at the Mando a little too wide, not quite stable enough. He's going to miss the Mando. So he'll go to the drop zone. It's right next to the Mando. It's about a 55-foot putt. For the lefty, it's great. Shay with the forehand.
This is looking great. Needs to sit down, though. Kind of skips behind that tree a little bit. He might have a straddle out looking at the basket. But you can definitely kind of get yourself behind the wrong tree on this hole and just not even have a look at the basket.
Yeah. Going back to the drop zone, this tree on the right side of the basket is in the way for the right-handed. It takes away the hyzer putt unless you go really high, but then you're bringing too much into play. So it's almost a forced turnover putt for the righty. Doesn't quite trust it enough.
No. But under the basket, he'll take his bogey there. Gabe, open look from C2.
Definitely had a chance here, but
Just off the top band.
decent putt.
You're like, I don't remember putting that well.
Shay, getting a little lucky through the gap, and
Also off the band.
you're gonna start a rock band after this. Just
Say,
some
we're-
bands back to back.
Hearing a lot of music out here.
Be the worst band in the world. I hate that sound.
Austin tapping his birdie. That's 2 in a row for him.
That's a great comeback for him. Shay cleaning up his par there.
Jack tapping in his bogey after the miss Mando.
He's had a good round outside of that one shot so far.
Yeah. I think the nerves were on him a little bit, but as we move on to the 9th, this is hole A technically. This is an old school Creekside position. 358 feet. You're playing from the temporary tee pad over this ridge, just trying to get as close to this basket as possible. I think kind of a go-to play we'll see for these pros is more of a flexing backhand or a flexing forehand or a straight backhand. There is a big hyzer if the wind's right. I don't think the wind is quite right today for it.
Yeah, it's funny watching these guys throw because it was a clinic on how to throw this forehand.
Austin, this looks great. Little low on the hill,
Yeah.
but he had a straight uphill putt.
Shots are going to be so overexposed.
Dave, is this a Raptor?
This is a Venom. I just want to copy Austin.
Maybe a little bit more height to it. Give it a little more height. And that gets a little bit more of a skip up the hill there. That's kind of what you're hoping for on this, is to kind of like just into the hillside and have it stick.
Same thing as hole 8. You've got to be close because it's a scary putt. If you miss, saw a lot of rollaways.
Shay, same forehand.
His gets a little more of a forward skip than Austin did.
Yep. All three of those guys almost in the same spot though. Just edge of circle, looking up at the basket there.
Now, Jack, throwing it backhand. Doesn't quite have a forehand for this.
No. I also go backhand on this and just kind of aim at the hillside with something stable and let it fade in. See, he goes right at the basket.
This looks good. Just gotta stay up a little bit.
That fades out just a little bit early. Kind of sticks in that dead grass there. But he'll have a good look at the basket.
Yeah. There is OB right behind the basket. It shouldn't really come into play unless you're missing high, but it is there. Jack looking to bounce back after the bogey.
What a putt.
Great putt.
It's a great comeback after the bogey too.
The uphill putts are always like the hardest for me to like give it the height and trust it as well.
Austin looking to get a turkey here after a slower start.
Just a little bit short.
Friendly-ish roll. Could be a lot worse. Going down that hill.
I was gonna say I've seen great putt from Shea there, but I've seen a lot of hit cage and just roll all the way to the tree line.
So a couple guys in front of us, they hit the basket and rolled farther away than where they were, and then canned that other putt.
Yeah.
Canned the next putt for par.
That was a great putt from you, Gabe. 4 down through the front 9. Pretty good start. Austin cleans up his par there, ruining our star frame.
Okay. So after the front 9, here's how our leaderboard is looking. You see Kai Kim, who we've seen on our coverage plenty of times, 9 down through 10, missing 1 hole. Ben Marloff, the shop, the another round, the man himself, 5 down through 9. David On shooting 5 down through 10. Jacob McDaniel, 5 down. Tyrell,
5
down. And then Gabe at 4 down with Dylan Lloyd, tied with you at 6.
Yeah, some hot scores coming in here at Creekside. And like you were saying, Gabe, you kind of want to be like 10 down through the rounds. So almost halfway there, catching up to the other guys. We'll see how the rest of the back half plays out.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching on the Bad Throws Good Bros channel, make sure to go check out Another Rounds channel. If you're watching on the Another Rounds channel, make sure to go check out the Bad Throws Good Bros, and we'll see you on the back 9.